Welcome to Reality Redux with Angie and friends, where Kara, Jacob, and I revisit the classics of OG reality TV and recap new seasons of shows that have stood the test of time. Each week, we're going to visit with past and present show participants to hear about their experiences as they share stories and lessons we can all learn from. This week, as we gear up for the 9th season premiere of Gordon Ramsay's Kitchen Nightmares, Sharon, the beloved pastry chef from season 2, joins us to dish on life, love, baking, and famously flirting with Gordon. This is Reality Redux. So, Sharon, I had to put that in because I just want to open us up with an interesting quote. When I was looking for shows in Gordon's past that I really wanted to revisit for this pod, I came across a list of top 10 episodes or top 20 moments and Kitchen Nightmares history, all of that. And you make almost every list. But there was a fantastic quote that I wanted to read to kick us off. And the person, this is from mashup.com. They said, "Smiley pastry chef Sharon takes a liking to Ramsay and flirts with him throughout the episode. After the sous chef walks out on service, Sharon sheds her flirty, funny side to emerge as a real team player, and it's super gratifying to watch."
I never saw that.
Yeah, well, that sums up how I feel about you, and how I felt about you 15 years ago when I saw the original season 2, episode 3, and how I feel about you now, seeing you again on the screen 15 years later. You still exude that sassy, funny, sweet persona that I think we know Gordon fell in love with, and the rest of the viewers did too. So Jacob and Kara are joining me tonight to revisit that episode with you, talk through some of the highs and lows, and then hopefully spend more time getting to know what you've been up to since Bazzini's, and more about you as the cake lady. So that's our plan this evening. So listeners, thanks for joining us tonight. And I'm going to open it up to Sharon for a second and have you kick us off. If you could tell us what the number one memory you have of that filming week with the production crew. What's something that stands out in your mind and has stayed with you for 15 years?
There were so many things, but I was the only one they let me prep and do everything with them. Nobody else was allowed to. They were just awesome to me.
And by they, you mean the production staff, including?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So was Gordon on set for much of that time, or was he kind of sequestered and came in for filming only? Or did you get a chance to interact with him and the crew?
No, we interacted a lot. Like, the thing is that I would forget that we wore microphones. We would sit on the side and be chitty-chatting. And then sometimes I'd whisper something, but everybody could hear. It didn't occur to me, So we spent a lot of time chatting, and it was a lot of fun. For me, it was a lot of fun.
Well, I'm glad. Can you tell me, are you working with a microphone that's on your computer or separate from your computer?
Okay, I am on my phone.
Okay. You were a little echoey and hollow, and I could hear you, but it might not record well. For a moment, you sounded clearer. I don't know if maybe you can move closer.
This is better. I don't know what to do to adjust it.
It's not too bad if you're closer to it. If you're using your phone, you're using what you're using. We're going to do our best no matter what. I turned off your echo. Let's see. Let's see if I can change this.
I don't know. I did. No.
Try again. Just say Gordon Ramsay.
Hello.
There we go. All right, let's stick with it. Let's stick with that and see what we can do. That's great.
Guys.
So I got a funny thing, Kara. I want to ask. After we filmed The Floor, and it's been on television, and we've talked to friends and family who've seen it. What is one of the first questions people ask you?
How's Rob Lowe?
Right. Yeah. And Sharon, I got to say, I assume you did the same, yeah? You finished filming, and is that the number one question people asked you?
Wait, can I just tell you guys something right?
Absolutely. Please.
And I'm sorry for the muffle. I'm holding the phone so that it would hopefully be better. Every person that comes in that bakery asks about Gordon Ramsay.
Yeah.
Even now, 15 years later.
You would think the show aired last week.
I believe it.
No. You cannot understand that people call from all over the world still. They come in, they drove from New Hampshire to get carrot cake.
Really?
I mean, it was like a 6-hour drive just for carrot cake.
Well-
Not for nothing. I would never do that.
Yeah, but your carrot cake is famous. I mean, it's the
know,
quote best
but-
carrot cake ever from Gordon.
Did you give the
People come
recipe?
in. I have these cards in the front, like on the counter with me and Gordon. Could you sign them? Could we take a picture? It is at least every week.
Is it? Yeah. Well, Kara wanted to know if you sold the recipe to him or if you gave it to him because you said you wouldn't give it to him.
For one time they called me. I had seen him numerous times after the show. Like if they were recording on Long Island, they'd call me and I'd go with stuff. And it was his birthday. It was November, I remember. And I wrote the recipe and gave it to him in the birthday card.
Oh,
Whoa.
that's nice.
That's like $1 million gift.
One
Yeah,
quick
I don't know
second.
about
Yeah,
that,
Jacob.
but
We're still getting a lot of notes that there's still a lot of echo.
Do you have any notes on how I could fix that
or how I could fix it.
or how Sharon could help fix it? I know
There
I
might
got.
be on Sharon's side. There might be a button that will turn off her echo.
Okay, hold on.
Your Riverside, there might be an option.
Okay, so on the right-hand side of your screen, Sharon, where you're looking at us, you'll see like a sidebar. And on there is a thing that says echo cancellation. And then there is a little like button and you can like turn it on or off. I can't change that during recording, but you might be able to. Do you see what I'm describing?
No.
Okay, let me think. On the right side of your screen, what do you see?
Okay, this is what I see. Your picture, my picture, a picture of a speaker on the bottom, three dots that says, when I click it, it says mute speaker, grid, or slider.
Jacob,
Leave,
does that sound like anything that makes sense to you?
there's no sidebar.
She might have to put on headphones if she has them because I think it's coming from her.
I don't have any
Sound on her
headphones, I
computer.
left them at work.
Okay. Headphones are at work. Well, let's see. There's moments where you're very clear and then moments not. And I'm hearing you because I'm talking with you and seeing you and it helps. I don't know if Brad can send, he says, stop the recording and start over. Okay.
Kidding me, Brad?
Yeah, Brad. Sharon wants to know, are you kidding us? That might help her, he says. I wonder, does he think it's going to reset or something?
To
It
me,
could.
Jacob also sounds echoey to me.
Do I?
Yeah.
A little bit.
Oh, thank God it's not just me.
No, it's not just you. I appreciate your patience.
No,
We're
no,
just-
it's fine.
We're doing our best to make it good and make it sound good in post-production. You know, somebody might not be watching this live anyway, but we want it to be good when it's available to download. Okay, Brad says stop the recording and start it over. I'm assuming he's going to splice and dice this, and so what I could try to do is just. I wonder if he wants Jacob. Does he want her to log off and rejoin, or does he just want me to stop and start? I'm having a
I would
hard
stop
time.
recording. Maybe have everybody just re-log back in off.
Just click the link again and come right back.
Oh,
What do
hold
I
on.
do? Hit leave and then just go to the link?
Say that again, honey.
Leave, hit leave?
Yeah, hit leave and then hit the link again. Let's try that.
Angie?
Yeah.
My sister's listening, and she said we're all echoey except you.
Huh. Well, that's good to know that then. Okay, well, let's start it over. And before I hit
Okay.
live,
Did you-
I'll absolutely make sure all the settings are right. I checked before we started, but it's always good to do it again. So we'll pick up with Sharon getting bombarded with all of the requests for Gordon info and her giving him the recipe on his birthday. We'll pick up at that
Yeah.
point. Okay,
Okay.
guys. Thanks. Let me log out and log back in, I suppose. Okay. Stopping.